Today is Thursday, June 27th, and I'm just wondering if there's trouble inside the Cowboys hierarchy.
And now, a word from our title sponsor.
Are all financial advisors fiduciaries? Fewer than you think. Not knowing could reduce your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Mitch Kramer, founder and CEO of Fluent Financial. A fiduciary is a regulatory term to reduce conflicts of interest in wealth management. A fiduciary always works in your best interest. A non-fiduciary advisor might put their compensation or company ahead of yours. At Fluent Financial, we are certified financial planners acting as fiduciary advisors. To learn more, go to fluentfinancial.com or Fluent Financial's YouTube channel.
There's been a significant development in your laundry room. Laundry detergent sheets, not dryer sheets, but the same concept. Paper thin, remarkably efficient. Just toss one into your load of clothes and voila! Sparkling clean and smelling great. And as a plus, they're hypoallergenic for those with sensitive skin. No more plastic jugs of detergent. Jugs that just wind up in trash heaps. It's easy to get your laundry detergent sheets. Just go to the link in today's podcast episode.
Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
First, there are reports of problems inside the Cowboys, but the reports of such problems are commonplace in the National Football League. Now, maybe because the Cowboys are who they are, they get more than their fair share of them. But the story making the rounds of trouble inside the franchise comes from Newsweek. Now, that's a pretty highly respected news outlet. And in the story, there are quotes from Rich Eisen, the longtime NFL insider, anchor, and announcer. The report says there's a fracturing of a relationship between Coach Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones. That Coach Big Mac may be fed up. Now, these are unattributed quotes, simply the source being a former Cowboy executive. But it certainly makes some sense, doesn't it? The Cowboys are making virtually no progress on the off-season contract extensions of Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, and a little bit further down the road, Mike Parsons. But the bigger question, I think, for Coach McCarthy is not what's going on with that threesome, but that the Cowboys were so salary cap strapped that they couldn't afford to sign free agents to fill the many holes left by Cowboy free agents who left for where the grass and the money was greener. Starting defensive end Dorrance Armstrong, starting running back Tony Pollard, starting center Tyler Biadasz, starting defensive tackle Jonathan Hankins, cornerback Stephon Gilmore, and safety Jaron Kearse, who are still out there, and Tyron Smith, the starting offensive tackle. And then you go to backup Dante Fowler and several others who left. Plus, Leighton Vander Esch had to retire because of the consistent injuries that were so threatening that he couldn't play football anymore. And the club cut wide receiver Michael Gallup in an effort to save some money. Now, they added one free agent, basically, and that's Eric Kendricks, the linebacker formerly of Minnesota, where the new defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer coached. And of course, I guess you can say They added one more starter in Zeke Elliott. But the running back room on this team is poor. The wide receiver core is thinned out. There's less depth in the secondary. And the Cowboys intend to start 2 rookies in the offensive line. And then there's the contract of Coach McCarthy himself. He's into the last year of his contract, and there's no apparent extension being offered. He's been 12-5 each of the last 3 seasons. And that 12-5, 12-5, 12-5 represents the most wins by a team in the NFL over the last 3 years. Now, he did not do well in the playoffs, but 12-5? He certainly got you there. And remember, this is a man who won a Super Bowl coaching in Green Bay, so he's got a good resume. So why no offer from the Cowboys? Plus, many of Coach McCarthy's assistants are also in the last year of their contracts. And thus, as the season wears on, you've got to believe that those assistants may be thinking and off the record talking about where they coach next. And then let's add all the players on 1-year contracts. That is, this is the last year of their deal. They'll be free after next season. Now, I expect CeeDee Lamb to get his contract. But the rest of the list, Dak Prescott, Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, wide receiver Brandon Cooks, starting defensive tackle Osa Odigizua. There's the backup quarterbacks, Cooper Rush and Trey Lance. So the whole quarterback room is free after this season. And Jordan Lewis, who re-signed here to play nickelback, signed a 1-year deal. And that linebacker Eric Kendricks, he signed a 1-year deal. And all the runners, Zeke Elliott, Rico Dowdle, and Royce Freeman, they are all in the last year of their contract here. In all, Dallas will have about 30 free agents coming after this season. It's not hard to see why Coach McCarthy might be fed up, as the report suggests. The Cows look like they're about to take a step back, and then they've got all those holes next year. If the report is true, and there's problems inside the Cowboys, and those problems surface this year, it is hard to imagine the Cowboys not taking a step back, and maybe a big step.
Today's episode brought to you by Fluent Financial, Retire Sooner, Better Lifestyle, and by Star Power, Love Where You Live.
Just Wondering is a production of DSP Media for FanStream Sports. You can find Norm's show along with other great programming at fanstreamsports.com.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, hit follow. And every weekday, a fresh new episode of Just Wondering will be delivered right to you. And if you enjoy this podcast, please share it with a friend. Finally, should you have questions or comments, please share them with us by going to X and our address at Norm's Clubhouse. That's Just Wondering with Norm Hitzges. And every day, I'll be just wondering about something.
And I'm Mary Hitchkus, and I'm just wondering too.